Hello everyone and welcome back to Why Not Tuesdays. So yeah, that was one of the 3 tracks that I recorded with my band BIOMORPHIC. I told you guys a little bit about that, and I got the rough mixes just in today, so I thought I would share that with you. They sounded really cool. They came out really well. This band is a lot more prog-oriented, where Hanser's stuff was, a bit more hard rock on that side of things. This band does a lot more, prog. I don't really know how else to explain it. I don't know if I'm really got the words for that. But right now it's a 3-piece that was bass and vocals by Elijah, keyboards by Tom, who is the head and writer for Hanser. So that's how I met him originally, and then I got into Hanser. BIOMORPHIC I've been with for a while now, and we've just kind of been on and off trying to do things, going to school and doing the tunes at the same time and whatnot. But we finally got these recordings down, and it sounds awesome. And we just found a guitar player, I believe, and he's sat into a couple of rehearsals to listen to the material, and we're still working on blending him into the group. We're really excited for that. We like the sound we have right now, but then adding guitar to it is just going to kind of fill and round everything out. It'll sound really sweet. BIOMORPHIC's material, for me, I approach it a lot more from an improvisational standpoint. I still have parts and there are hits, and I have to know the forms of the song, and I have specific grooves that I play on places. But to contrast, Hanser is a lot more scripted. I have precise, exact fills that I do here, here, and here because I feel like that's what the song needs and what the material needs. And that's just how Hanser felt to me when I started playing the songs. I was like, oh, I need to play this cool thing here every time. Whereas BIOMORPHIC, there are definitely places where I'm coming up with parts that I want to play each time in places, but a lot of the time the fills, some of the grooves and whatnot, I just kind of let it flow a bit more. I let that kind of be more of my release band, where I can just sit down and have fun and be like, oh, what about this? What about this? Kind of thing. And then Hanser's a lot more rigid, and I like having both of those outlets because I don't know if you know me very well, but I am a very planned person. In school, I hated getting up in front of the class and just playing to something that the teacher is having us learn and try it out then and there for the first time in that class in front of everybody. I much preferred spending a week on the material, really rehearsing it, practicing it, and then showing what I could do. I don't like doing things unprepared. So that bit of me gets to come out in Hanser, where I can really meticulously write out these exact fills and phrases, and then play them. Whereas BIOMORPHIC, it's kind of, it's still there, but I try to let myself have a little bit of freedom as well and dip into the improvisational pool. So yeah, that's that. This past Sunday, I volunteered again at the House of Prayer Church up here. I did that a couple weeks ago. I told you guys about that. I'm kind of doing it once a month, I think. And this time, the worship leader, Vainant, who's the guy I met him in the weight room here, and that's how I got into this. he asked me to be an on-call or understudy for the drummer in his band. Since it's coming into summer now, they're going to be playing a bunch of festivals, and he just wants a backup, and he thinks that I'll probably very likely be used at least a couple of times. So that's cool. So I'm going to start working on charting his couple albums out. They're having a CD release party sometime soon. I'm not playing at that. I'm going to try and go if I can. But yeah, they're releasing another album, so they'll be touring with that, and I'm really excited. Him and his wife Denise are great. They're really fun to hang around, and the music is pretty cool. So another avenue of things. We'll see where that goes. Also, we now have 2 confirmed shows for the Charles Wesley Project. April 25th for the Art Crawl in St. Paul, and that show is actually here on the grounds or the property of the Schmidt Artist Lofts where I live. So that'll be pretty cool. Very short commute to that show, which I'm excited about. And then the next show is the very next Saturday on May 2nd at the Skyway Theater. I'm not sure what time that show is yet, but yeah, you should come out to one of those. It'd be sweet to see you. The music is really cool. We're looking at potentially doing a couple covers as well, maybe. And we'll get a rehearsal before these shows, so that's pretty cool. I'm always excited for that. And I just put these times up on my website as well. I'm trying to update my shows section, so I keep that up to date, which is inthekeyofrhythm.com. You can go check that out. So next, I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about this so soon yet, but I'm really excited about the idea, so I wanted to share it with you. I am in the very earliest stages of putting together a concept and idea of writing a drum set instructional book. Currently, I teach lessons to my students using handouts, things that, individual pages of this or that, a lot of which I'm writing out by hand, and it takes a lot of time. And then, before each lesson, I have to look at, okay, where were they last week? Where should we be going? Well, I guess I need to come up with something, or I need to find something in my filing cabinet. And it's just taking a lot of time to dig out the different material pieces for each individual student, copy them either with a copy machine or by hand at sometimes, depending on the situation. So it's very time consuming, and my writing hand gets tired very quickly. So when I first started looking into teaching, I went and I looked at several drum set method books, and I couldn't find anything that taught the material I wanted to teach it how I wanted to teach it, or teach it in the order I wanted to teach it. So I didn't get anything, because I knew it would be easier if I could just have them buy a book, put it in front of them, and say, okay, play this page, turn the page, play this page, turn the page, play this page. That'd be way easier. There's a lot of method books out there that do that. I know some of the piano teachers do the same thing, and it's great. It makes your job way easier. But I couldn't really find anything that did it the way I wanted to do it. And when I was going through lessons with Chuck, this is how he taught me. I had a couple books that we used, but a lot of stuff was given to me as handouts. Here's a page, play this packet, that kind of stuff. And I'm getting to the point now where, one, I want to save myself a bunch of time, and two, it sounds like a really fun challenge. I also feel like it'd be kind of a cool thing to have on a resume, and just as a career builder, like, hey, look, I made this book, And I'm planning to try and make it so, who knows what happens if it maybe gets picked up by a publishing company and get out in stores. That would be ideal and awesome, but that's not really what I'm shooting for. What I'm going to do is compile everything in an order of how I want it to be taught, how I like to teach it, put it in a book, and get some nice, decent stuff printed, and then, sell a copy to my students as their material. Basically it's my curriculum, So, like I said, I'm still in the very early stages of working on that idea, but I'm very excited for it. And who knows, it could take off and end up being maybe another small avenue of revenue. Who knows? We'll see. I'm really excited about those, so that's why I want to share it. Share that idea with you. Yeah, so as I put together concepts and ideas, I'll share some of that stuff with you guys and let you see how it's coming along and what I'm doing. This is going to be a pretty large project. I've never written a book like this before. I'm hoping to get some advice from some people I know who have. That'll be really nice. But it'll probably take a while. I'm hoping to be able to dedicate a decent amount of time to it, but you know, I'm gonna have to go in and put all of my exercises into Finale. So the idea, you know, it's gonna take a lot of my time now, but the idea is I put in all that time now, once, make it all look really good and nice, print it, and I never have to do it again. So I'm hoping the payoff in the long run will be great, because as far as I know, I see myself teaching probably for the rest of my career. I really enjoy teaching, and it's a great way to have a little bit of steady income, so why not? And that is all that I have on my to talk about list right now. So thanks again for watching, and you know, tune in next week. I think we'll probably have a little bit more of the biomorphic music to show you guys. So thanks again for being here, and I'll see you next week.